Everybody, how you doing? It's Trent Austin from Austin Custom Brass. Just pardon me, I'm getting over a cold, but I wanted to do a live video today describing the different Schagerl Morrison series trumpets. Hopefully you can see this okay. And let me know if you can. Trying out some new gear in the shop, so we might be still dealing with a few issues here. So while we don't have the Raven in stock, there are a couple videos of me playing the Raven online. We do have today in the shop the JM1, the JM2, the JM1X, and the Morrison Meister series. So I thought it'd be fun to just show you and hear these horns in person so you can just sort of get a broad brushstroke of what's going on. Say hello. Let me know where you're from. Happy 2019, everybody. I can't believe it's 2019 already. Pardon me. Also want to let you know that we might get a delivery or two during this video. So if I run away for a second, I'll be right back. So let's start with the JM1. This one. Let me know where you're from and what's going on in your world. Hopefully you're all having a great new year. And so this is the JM1. The JM1 is an awesome professional level trumpet. And we're talking all professional level trumpets, including the Meister series, which is a handmade, selected, like I would consider that like maybe an artist level instrument. But the JM1 is beautiful. This we have it in lacquer and silver. You can actually see. Let me see if I can. Yeah. So we have a JM1 here, we have a JM2, and we have JM1X, all in stock in lacquer and silver. So you're looking for a great pro horn that's very easy to play, that's crisp and clean. The JM1 is an awesome option. So let's check this out. So I'm going to use two different mouthpieces just so you can hear a difference in the sound, and I'll play the same thing on both on all the models. Hopefully, I'll play the same thing. One, I'll play a little bit of a ballad. Two, I'll play a little bit of an articulated exercise, and three, I'll play a little bit more of a commercial style piece. So the mouthpiece that I primarily play, at least today, we'll say, is the ACB 1 CWE, which is a 1C with a nice wide rim. So let me give you a little test on that. I'm going to turn down the talking mic just so you can hear the playing mic. Okay? So that is the JM1. Let me play that same Charlier on the JM2, and I'll show you some differences of the horns. We're just talking Shagerl, so if you have any questions or comments or yeah buts, be sure to chime in. I'm not sure I'm seeing any of the comments, so let me just see. All right. So be sure to say hello if you can hear me. That would be good as well. Here's the JM2. Now the JM2 has a twin tube lead pipe design. So you can see it. It's a tube over tube. So it's a there's a lead pipe inside, and then it has a sleeve on top. This also has a different style bell. Beautiful sounding trumpet. This has a little bit more richness and density to the sound, in my opinion, than the JM1, but you also lose a little bit of the sparkle and the spin. So here's a Charlier with the JM2. Still still kind of warming up here. So hopefully you can hear those. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up or say yes. Let me know where you're watching, what's going on in your world. You can see that we've got a Ganch horn behind us. We have a bunch of Shagerls currently in stock. And also, in case you're in the Los Angeles area, Shagerl will be demonstrating at the NAMM show in a few weeks. So that's the JM2. The JM1X is very similar to the JM1, except for it's a larger bore. So it's the same reverse lead pipe design, not a twin tube, it's just a single tube. And 418 in Hong Kong, man. Wow, you get the award for getting up early. Early bird gets the worm. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. The JM1X is the 465 bore versus the other horns are 460. So this is truly a large bore instrument. Now, 465, it seems large, but remember that the Benj bore sizes, the MLP, they called it, was a 464. So it's not huge. Adams, for instance, makes a large bore that's 470. So that's large. So this is the JM1X. So we'll play the Charlie again. Again, part of my I've had super hard gigs the past few days, so my chops are a little puffy. I think that's actually a really nice horn. Of the three, I personally prefer the JM1X in terms of that feel. But there is another one that Schagerl makes. Let me move these down. They make the Meister series, which is their handmade version. Now, the Meister is considerably more expensive versus their production models. The real big difference is that this horn is completely made in-house at the Schagerl factory, while the others are made to production specs. Again, thank you for watching. Let me know where you're from. Hopefully, you're all having a great 2019. Can you believe it's 2019 already? It's crazy. So this is the Meister Morrison. This also comes in a yellow brass bell option or a gold brass bell option. This one is the yellow brass option. This is maybe one of my favorite horns to play in the shop, though. So I'm very biased. I love this Morrison trumpet, and especially when you push it like in the louder dynamics, it gets crazy bright and very easy to play. So let's play something else. If you guys have a specific question about these instruments, put them in the comments. I'd be happy to talk. I have a very limited knowledge on these horns versus the Adams trumpets, which we also sell, which I've helped in design on a bunch of the Adams. I am pretty much just a dealer for the Shagerl line. So they're incredible instruments, and I'm very, very happy to sell them at the shop. Again, I'm getting over a cold, so I probably sound a little frog-like. Let's play something more, in terms of the jazz style, and I'll play the same sort of song. Let's play Stardust, and I'll just play the first phrase, so it will kind of be strange because we won't keep going through the form of the tune. So here's Stardust on the JM1. Again, this is the JM1 reverse lead pipe, nice lightweight horn, very, very fun and easy to play. Here's a little bit of Stardust. So that's JM1. Very fun horn. And a lot of people say, "Oh, it's so light," and that horn is extremely light. The difference of the lead pipe, primarily, between the JM1 and the JM2. Now we're going to talk about those horns versus the Meister. Meister is a little bit different. Is the design and construction of the lead pipe. And this is a standard lead pipe, as you can see, no reversed nature, and it's a twin tube. So that's the biggest difference between the horns. So here's the JM2. We'll play a little bit of Stardust. Please keep those questions coming. So it's a similar sound. For me, it sounds behind the horn, and that's not always the most wonderful test. But behind the horn, it sounds a little bit fuller, but also a little bit less. This is a hard word. I can't color the sound as much, and I think that's probably due to the fact that the twin tube lead pipe centers the sound very much and makes it really fun to play. Hope you understand that. Here's the JM1X. Now, again, then we'll go to the Meister. Now, you should hear a difference in the Meister, of course. I mean, the price difference here in the United States, it's somewhere around $1,800 for any one of the Morrison models, JM1, JM2, JM1X. Plus or minus $100. The Morrison Meister is around $3,300, so you should hear a difference, of course. This is the sorry, let me get a drink here. This is the JM1X. So again, just doing Stardust. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the Morrison Schagerl line. And if you have any questions, just put them right here on the comments. Thanks for watching. I know your time is extremely valuable. Really appreciate you checking out these videos. Also, we want to let you know that we're going to be doing a lot of these videos more often. We have a little bit easier gear to set up now. So if you have particular questions or comments or wishes for us to do, send us an email, info@austinCustomBrass.com. You probably can just send us a message through YouTube as well. So here's the JM1X. Couldn't keep playing the same thing over and over, so I had to play the end a little bit. Here is the Morrison Meister, and I'll do Stardust as well on that. Thanks for watching. Keep your comments coming. This one's tremendous. I mean, really is. And you can watch we have a few videos. We have videos on each of these horns on YouTube. So you can just search our channel, just search Austin Custom Brass, and you'll see like a little bit more individualized demos. But again, I thought it would be nice to have this and also have this as an archive for people to watch. We always carry these horns in stock. It's sometimes, we usually have Ravens on order, but those are a little bit more challenging to stock because of the price point. But Again, this is the Morrison Meister. It has a little tarnish on it, but it's otherwise new. Something in the HVAC of our new shop that kind of clouds the horns. If you have a particular request to hear on these horns, let me know. I'm going to do something just articulated on each one of them so you can hear them as well. So now will be a little bit of a Goldman study. That was the JM1. Very easy to play. One thing you'll if you get a chance to play the Schagerl line, all of the horns are incredibly easy to play. They've done a tremendous job making these horns very fun to play. This is the JM2. We'll do the same little bit on Goldman. Again, super fun. And here is the larger bore JM1X. Now, right off the bat, I feel a little bit of a difference in terms of the resistance and how it affects my articulation. But I think that would be more of an adjustment point. It's not a negative at all. It's different than the 460 bore instruments. Remember, the JM1X is 0.465, and that's a inches. So I don't know what the metric would be, but it's probably between 11.7 is 460, and so it's probably close to 11.85 or something. Here you go. Here's little Goldman on the Meister, James Morrison Meister Shagerl. Man, I wish I can get over this head cold. I can barely breathe. So that's the Morrison Meister. And we can get this horn, I think we can get this horn in other finishes. Right now, we've only sold this horn in silver plate, but I think James himself plays a lacquer version. So it wouldn't be a challenge to get that. Do you have any song requests out there? Put them right on here in the comments. Do you have any particular questions about the horns? We're talking today about the Schagerl Morrison series. JM1, JM2, JM1X, and the one I just played, which was the Morrison Meister series. I wish I could play a Raven for you. We had one in and it sold almost immediately, and that's maybe the third or fourth one we've had. We have another one on order. Hopefully we'll be getting it in shortly. If you are in Los Angeles around the NAMM show, if you're attending the NAMM show, Shagerl will have a booth, and it would be probably kind of fun for you to stop in, see Carl and the gang, and say hello. I'll be working at the Adams booth, so you could please stop in and say hi there as well. There's a lot of stuff with Adams. We'll be doing an Adams demonstration in a couple days, doing the exact same thing we're talking about here, but through all of the Adams trumpets, which is quite extensive. Hope you're well. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve. Safe New Year's Eve. Thanks for watching. We don't do many of these YouTube lives. We want to do more, and appreciate your amazing support. I'm close to, and I would probably say 700 videos now on YouTube of product demos. If there's something you want to hear, something you want to see, a particular instrument you might have questions about, be sure to send us an email, info@AustinCustomBrass, or put a comment in the YouTubes. So let's play something. Now we're just going to grab each horn and just play for a while. So it's a little bit, well, actually, before we do that, I'll play some more commercial geared stuff. So this might be very loud. I apologize. So let's play Hmm. Can you do a live stream of some of your cheaper trumpets? Uh, define cheap. We don't sell cheap trumpets. I don't like that term cheap, actually. So let me know your budget, and I can maybe do a product demo of horns at a certain price point. But I don't like the word cheap because it implies junk. And we don't sell junk here at Austin Custom Brass. We sell really great value instruments, of course. We have horns ranging in a bunch of different price points. And I can do that maybe later this week. So here's the JM1 and with a little bit more of a commercial mouthpiece. This is a little excerpt from Phil Collins. So I'm going to turn the mic down because this will be really loud. Like $3,000 or less. Now you're talking US dollars. Every horn I'm demonstrating, it, with the exception of the Meister, that's over 3,000. But the JM1 is about $1,700. Here, let me put the horns down and get you some links, so then you can actually check them out. So I think you're talking US, but if you're talking a different currency, I'd have to do a conversion. Let me just grab. I'm going to grab a link so you can check out all of our horns and that we're talking about today. Pardon the lag because my computer's now getting mad at me. So, but if I just type in Morrison, not to be confused with Jim Morrison from the Doors. Give me a couple seconds and I'll pull that up. Again, keep your comments flowing. I'm going to do a demonstration with some more commercial mouthpieces in just a second after I share this. And again, we really appreciate you taking a few moments hanging with us. If you haven't been to our web store, we changed our web store address, by the way. You might get a little confused. Paul, here's a link. Normally, I have an assistant working for me right now, and he would be popping in these links, but he's error, try again. Edit and try again. I don't know why I can't. All right, well, it's not allowing me to put a link in. That's strange. Maybe it doesn't allow links. So in this case, just send us an email, and we could send you. Let me see if I can just. Gosh, thank you for watching, brother. Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. I think what you hear when you're going from an $1,800 trumpet to a $3,300 trumpet is a refinement in the sound. There's something extra. There's also a far greater efficiency, I feel. Even though the JM1 is an amazing trumpet. I've taken it on a few gigs. I have taken the Morrison Meister on a gig, and it was pretty spectacular as well. Um, for some reason, I wish I could. Yeah, it's not allowing me posting the links, Paul. So just send us an email to info@austincustombrass.com. Also, you can just go to our web store, which is austincustombrass.biz, B-I-Z, and just type in Morrison in the search, and you'll find all of the Morrison trumpets. This head cold is going to make this not so fun, but let's play this. I'll turn this down for a second. Yeah, my head cold is really stuffy there. So that's the JM1. Here's the JM2. I mean, they all play so well. It's not really a challenge going from one to the next. And I'm just reminding everybody I'm still getting over a head cold, so playing in the high register is not that fun right now for me. Probably not that fun for you listening either. So. Now that was the JM1X, and the larger bore for me feels a little bit better when I'm playing in that range. And last is the Meister. it's good too. Let me turn my talking mic back up. I think it's good as well, but I think you know, there's just so much that you can get with this horn line without being crazy expensive. So yeah. Oh, cool. Charles, congratulations. I hope you like the JM2. Fantastic trumpets. And for the price, they really have, I think, let's see, in our line, I mean, I'm just talking now, all of the stuff we sell at Austin Custom Brass, if you're looking for a new trumpet, the JM1, JM2, they're kind of on the same level as the Austin Custom Brass Adams. Not the Copernicus, which is a much higher level, but the Austin Custom Brass Adams is a production model trumpet that Adams makes for us. It's only available in silver or lacquer with no options. By doing that, we can spin all the bells at once, make all the lead pipes at once, and I can get them made in like batches of 10. So it's a little, easier for the factory to plan versus custom horns from Adams one-offs. So that actually drives the price down considerably. I think it's very similar to the JM1 versus the Meister. I think or JM2. It's a personal preference on what you decide in terms of these horns. So, well, Charles, thank you. I hope you mentioned that when you went to the factory. So, Carl and Robert and all the people at Shagerl are just amazing to work with. And I've been trying to get Shagerl for many years at the shop, but they finally expanded to add another U.S. dealer. I think the other dealer is in Washington. And now that I'm not so close to the East Coast, I'm now literally right in the middle of the United States in Kansas City, Missouri. They opened me up, so it's super, super excited. So let's play just something. Now I'm just going to play. If you have a particular question about the horn or request, please just pop a comment in here. Spend a few more minutes with you. Again, thanks for watching these videos. Thanks for your amazing support for Austin Custom Brass this year. We are very excited to expand our line into the trombone world this year, and we'll be making some bigger announcements shortly in that regard. So here is the JM1. I'm just going to play some, I'll play just a bebop tune. Very fun. A little bit of the old milestones on the JM2. JM2 with a twin tube lead pipe and not the reverse slide, but the fixed slide. Standard slide, we call it. That's brain, not the trumpet. So, do you find that one mouthpiece works better or worse with the JM1 or 2? I think that's a loaded question. I would actually have to spend a lot more time on that. So right now, today's demonstration, I'm using two different mouthpieces. I'm using and I'll show you them because I think you could probably see okay. Let's see. Yeah, so that's my 1CWE, which is a 1C mouthpiece with a wider rim. And it's fairly large in throat and backbore. Again, sorry, I'm getting over a cold. And then this is my lead mouthpieces, which is based off of TAZ. So very, very different mouthpiece. I don't think the horns per se between JM1 and JM2 are that different in terms of the mouthpiece choice. I think mouthpiece choice in general, you would really want to dial it in, especially with the JM1 because it's so responsive. I think you might tend to go on a slightly darker mouthpiece if you were going to choose a JM1. JM2, you have a little bit more flexibility due to the twin tube pipe, where you could probably play a slightly shallower mouthpiece and it works well. And then the Meister, I think you can put pretty much anything in there and it will work great. I don't know if that makes any sense, but let me do some noodles on the Meister. And then I got to get back to work. Again, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more of these live sessions. And just as a particular note, if you have something you would like to hear in particular, send us an email, info@austinCustomBrass.com, or post a comment here on the video and we'll slate something later on for another live session. Here we go. This is the Meister. So fun. But that's a little bit of the demonstration of the Schagerl Morrison line of trumpets. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Cheers. Ciao for now.